Hello there, everybody, and welcome to Story Time with Coach Aaron. So today I want to talk to you guys about a book that I love and cherish. It's called The Greatness Guide. So here at Summers Fitness, not only do we preach, improving yourself physically, but also mentally and spiritually as well. And one of those things that you can do to improve yourself mentally and spiritually is reading and finding a good book that you guys love and that keeps your attention. So growing up, I was somebody who wasn't really into reading a whole lot. In fact, I really hated at school when they forced us to read a book. And most of the times, the reason why I hated it so much is because it was something that I wasn't really interested in, or something that couldn't keep my attention, or something that I really couldn't retain the information that I was reading. So really growing up, I didn't read a whole lot, and it wasn't until I started working here that Summer was really into self-development and self-development books. So she recommended this book to us, and this was actually the first book that I read from cover to cover, and I actually read this really quickly, I think in like a week, which for somebody who hasn't read a full book completely through, that's actually pretty quick. So I think you guys would enjoy this one. It's by Robin Sharma. There's great tidbits of information. Today I'm going to share a few different of my favorite passages from the story or from the book to you guys as well. And the best part about it, the chapters are only like 2 pages long. So it's very easy, quick read. And like I said, it's got hundreds of tidbits of information that you guys can apply to your daily life as well. So I'm gonna grab a sip from my happy little mug, and then we'll get rolling into this. So like I said, there's plenty of different things that you guys can take from this book, but I just wanna share with you guys 3 of my favorite passages, or 3 of my favorite different stories in here. And the first one is called Work Hard and Get Lucky. So I'm just going to share with you guys a sentence or 2 from it. I believe that good things happen to those who are willing to put in the effort, exercise discipline, and make the sacrifice that personal and professional greatness requires, no demands. I've also found that actions have consequences, and the more good things I do through good old hard work, the more success that I see. Life favors the devoted. So you ever go through life and you're really not doing the things in life that you should be doing, and you don't really see a whole lot of success. But when you do work hard and when you do the right things, when you help people out, when you're trying to be a good person, it seems like good things tend to come back to you. So that's something that we talked about previously when our word of the week was luck. There's a big debate on whether luck is a thing or whether you create your own luck. I do believe that luck is a thing, but I also believe that you can create your own luck by doing the right things, by working hard. Because if you work hard, then you do tend to get lucky. So that's one thing that I take away from that passage. So let's flip to the next one. It's a little bit later on in the book, so let's see if we can find it here. All right, speak like a superstar. So the words that you use determine the way that you feel. The language you choose shapes the way you perceive reality. Your vocabulary drives meaning in your life. Please think about this idea. I believe it's a big one. So one of the things that I recommend is, if you're going through a tough time, I recommend looking yourself in the mirror and say something positive about yourself. The things you say over and over again in your mind really determine how your day is going to go, how your life's going to go. And they actually did a study before, and somebody told themselves over and over and over again in their mind that they were sick, or that they had the flu. And eventually, what do you know? They had the flu. So because they said it over and over and over again to themselves in their mind, it actually happened. I believe that the same thing happens when you're positive about yourself, when you say the right things about yourself, and when you choose the right vocabulary. I believe that when you speak positively about yourself, positive things are going to happen to you. You're going to be in a better mood, and kind of the same as work hard, get lucky. You're going to get lucky too. Now, there are a few things that you can take out of your vocabulary that I recommend. One of them is the word try. When you say you're going to try something, you've already set up the possibility of failure in your mind. Rather than saying you're going to try something, say you're going to do something. The same with the word can't. If you say you can't do something, then you've already set up that there's no possible way of success. Well, what if there is? You might not know until you do it. Another word is should. Well, I should do something, but usually it's followed by the word but, which I also would say take out that word too, because usually after the word but, it negates the sentence that comes before it. When you say you should do something, you know you should be doing it, but typically you don't. So say you're going to do something rather than you should do something. So what you say about yourself, the vocabulary that you use, really makes a difference in your life. So let's flip to my third passage here. So get big into blessings. So the first sentence that it says in this chapter is, I cursed the fact that I had no shoes until I met a man who had no feet. This is a Persian proverb. And it also says it's easy to fall into the human trap of focusing on what we don't have rather than being grateful for what we do have. I'll bet you have more blessings in your life than you are noticing. So we currently live in a society where everybody wants more. Part of it is related to social media. People put their best foot forward and don't really display their true life. So we constantly try to compare ourselves to others. When we live in a life where we want more, we don't realize the things that we actually do have in this life. So for instance, if you say, I want to make more money, or I want to make this much money, ask yourself this: do you have a place to live? Do you have shelter? Do you have food? Do you have provided for this way? If you do have those things, then you're doing pretty well, and you don't really necessarily need more money in your life. But what you do need are the small things in life, like I just mentioned, is shelter, food, air, water, all that good stuff. Nothing is good enough. And somebody always does have it worse. So like he said in the book, he wanted the shoes, but he met somebody that doesn't have any feet. So think about that. There's you could really be wanting something in your life or saying that you need something when you really don't, but you have things that other people don't have. So put things in perspective. Somebody always has it a little bit worse than you, or somebody has it way worse than you. And think about the things that you do have in your life, the things that you are blessed with, and focus on that, because you're going to be much happier and you're going to be much more satisfied rather than constantly wanting the next new thing or wanting more in your life. So, like I said, there's plenty other things in this book that I really enjoy, and there's many other books out there too. Just find something that you guys are interested in, something that keeps your attention, and this could really bring you a lot of joy. I found that it brought me a lot of joy. I found when I'm not feeling good, when I'm feeling anxious or depressed, I pick up a book and it starts to make me feel a little bit better. So I recommend the same to you guys. Like I said, there's plenty of books out there. This is a really good one. I do recommend it. The Greatness Guide by Robin Sharma. And those were just 3 little passages that I really enjoy from that, or that I took away from that book too. So I recommend you guys checking it out. I recommend you guys really trying to work on yourselves more than just physically, but also mentally and spiritually too. And you guys are going to become the best version of yourself. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little segment. I'm sure we'll be back here in the future. We got to make sure that Todd sets up his little setup here for yoga, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I'll plan on seeing you guys later. Have a good day.